So today I'm going to do a video on confidence, and it's a video that I've wanted to do for a really long time, but I didn't want to turn on the camera and have nothing productive to say. So it's something that I did spend some time thinking about and asking people around me what they had to contribute. It's a question that I get asked about a lot, just as do many of the girls here on YouTube that make beauty videos. So I'm not saying that I'm special, and I guess I should put a disclaimer. This is not the end all be all. I'm not like the guru on confidence, but what I love watching these videos for is that we all speak from personal experience. So all of our stories are so diverse, and there's something to be learned from everything. What I want to do differently is I don't want to talk about confidence in an abstract way. I want to talk about it in terms of examples and like activities or things that you can do that will help change the paradigm shift that you have. Whatever's making you shy, whatever's making you like introverted, hopefully doing these things will pull you out of your comfort zone and will break the conception that you have about whatever it is that's making you less confident. To tell you guys a little bit about me and what I was like when I was younger, I was extremely introverted. This isn't news to you guys. If you followed me for a long time, I talk very openly about it, or I've written about it in my Form Spring. Easily, in today's world, I would have been diagnosed with social anxiety. I was the type of person that did not talk. I remember in Saudi Arabia when my mom would take me to school, I would like force myself to throw up so I could get to go home. I didn't socialize. I didn't really, I got along with people, but I didn't really have friends. And that was something that continued. Like when I came to the States, I just really kept to myself as a people spectator. Wasn't really afraid of anything per se, but didn't know how to interact with people. Like didn't make the connection, didn't think I was interesting enough to have anything to share. That was something that changed for me in senior year of high school. I was 16, I graduated when I was 16, and I don't know what happened. It was like the heavens opened up and all of a sudden I was just like bursting with confidence, almost a little too much. Like it kind of made me a little bitchy, I'm gonna be honest. And I did a lot of collateral damage, but that's okay. It comes with being young and it comes with the territory. And hopefully, I would like to think that I've refined that a little bit now, 10 years down the line. So how did that transformation happen for me? I'm going to tell you guys a couple of things that you can practice that will help you along the way and helped me, and it's something that I always share with people around me. The number one thing that relays confidence is your body language. So this is one thing I very specifically, I was very cognizant of this walking in the hallways at school, and I continue to use this whenever I walk into a place or wherever I'm walking. Always hold your chin at least parallel to the floor. Put your cell phone away, okay? Put words with friends away. You could be walking into a library, into a bar. You could be walking into work. You could be walking into a classroom. Always walk in and be present. There's something about people who, for me, what I used to do before that was I was all consumed. I was always drawn within, and I would be looking down at my feet and thinking and being contemplative. And there's nothing wrong with being a pensive type of person, but know that you're giving off an impression that makes you somewhat unapproachable. So put everything away. You don't have to stare at people as you walk past them. I would always fixate on the lockers, in the distance or wherever you're walking into. You can fixate on an inanimate object and let that be the thing that you look at. Not stare at it like you're insane, but let that be your focus, and you can blink and stuff. It's not a staring contest. And that will help you not make eye contact, which sometimes makes me nervous. If you feel comfortable making eye contact, make eye contact. Don't freak people out. So if you're walking by, and I know guys might be watching this video, you see a cute guy or a cute girl, you want to make eye contact, by all means, go ahead and do it. But that's the first thing. Number one, know that your body language says a lot about you, and the way that you hold your head is really important. Beyond that, of course, sit up straight, shoulders back. I'm slouching right now. I slouch throughout most of all my videos. But body language is extremely important. Another great way to build confidence, and a lot of you are gonna scream when I say this because it terrifies you. do things on your own. Like if it's joining a club on your own, you don't have to have a posse, or doing a sport on your own, or go to lunch by yourself. Like bring a book or bring your laptop or what have you. Go during the lunch hour when it's busy and sit by yourself in the restaurant, just so you can see that nobody really cares that you're alone. Like I think that that's the big problem, is you think people are looking at you and saying, why are they alone? Like why is she eating alone? Why is he eating alone? He must be a loser. The truth of the matter is, when was the last time that you saw somebody eating by themselves and had those thoughts? If you are out with your girlfriends, let's say it's girls' night, you're out at a bar. I don't do clubs. I don't know. Do people my age do clubs? I don't do clubs anymore. Or you're at like some lounge or what have you. Step away from the group. Like you don't have to be like, who has to pee? Like pee party. Go to the bar and refill your drink or refill your water by yourself. I can tell you very specifically, 9 times out of 10, if I've ever been hit on, or let's say approached by a guy, not every guy that talks to you is hitting on you. It's been either I've been away from the group. Women standing together, like cackling, is super intimidating to guys. Go to the mall by yourself. Go to the movies by yourself. You're like, oh my God, what do you mean go to the movies by myself? I mean, go to the movies by yourself. And the reason, I mean, this isn't, you don't have to do this for the rest of your life, but you also need to take away the security blanket of your friends or your significant other, or, you know, whoever it is, family, whatever you always have around you, you need to take it away. You need to make yourself uncomfortable so that you can be even more comfortable in those situations. So learn to do things on your own. One of the things that has really come in handy, because I was so introverted, because I was so quiet, was that I was a people spectator. And I got to watch people interact, and sometimes you learn the most by just shutting up and listening. And that was something that I did a lot of, because I always felt like I didn't have anything important to say. And what it did is it made me a very acutely self-aware person. And I can read people really well. Like people can call me a lot of things. One of the things people won't call me is annoying. But now that I've said that, the comments are gonna be like, you're so annoying. Whatever. When I interact with people, it's always just enough to keep them wanting more. And it's not really like a manipulation thing. It's if a person hung out with me for 3 hours straight, like I'd be sick of them. I think of how I would want people to treat me, and that's how I treat people. So learning to read people is really crucial to that, and it's not like a superpower. It's not something you're born with. It's something you have to actually practice doing. And I think that the most important thing you can do is just be quiet. Let other people do what they need to do, and pay attention to people's body language, pay attention to their tone, pay attention to how people react. Learn to make other people feel good. In that same context, being able to read people, make people feel good by the things that you say and the things that you do. And don't be insincere about it. Being ingenuine or disingenuine about a compliment or something that you say is worse than not saying anything at all. Like I can see right through that. Don't be facetious, just say nice things. Something that's very prevalent about confident people is that they're not afraid to give others praises. It's because you're not insecure. You're not afraid to say you have great hair, or I love your shoes. Maybe you're like the shoe person in your group, but if she has great shoes, fudge, tell her she has great shoes. Don't be stingy with your praises. Learn to make other people feel sincerely good. And it's an important part of confidence. Be magnetic and make people want to be around you. Something else about confident people that's a great trait to have is to be decisive. Now that's something that I struggle with because I'm such an easygoing person. Like if we're in a group, I'll be like, I'll do whatever, or what do you want to do for date night? I don't care, or what do you want to drink? Whatever. So that's something that I have to consciously work on. Being decisive is knowing yourself. And that might be a scary thought for people. Like, I would rather not, I don't know how to make decisions quickly. Like, I need to have all sorts of information. But the funny thing about decisions is sometimes you have to make them and then you have to make them true. So just make the damn decision. Where do you want to eat for dinner? Like, could you really choose the wrong place? I mean, if you go to somewhere you don't like, you just go somewhere else later. Like, think beyond the decision. What are the real consequences of choosing the wrong thing? There aren't any, right? I mean, there are some things in life that, yes, they're a matter of, say, life and death, but most of the decisions that we have to make are not that difficult. Most of the time it's a group of people who can't decide what they want to do. Step up and be a leader and say, listen, here's an idea, here's what we're doing. Anna Wintour of Vogue once said in a BBC interview that one of the traits that makes her successful is her ability to be decisive. It makes her able to manage her somewhat crazy life. She's also a mother, and it makes her successful. And yes, this woman has to make decisions all day long. She makes decisions for people, with people, on people. This is her life. But believe it or not, you make decisions your life too. So I think have a little more confidence in your ability to make decisions, to be a little more confident. It's all one big cycle. Just decide. Stop saying like take I don't know or I don't care or I'm indifferent out of your vocabulary. The next one comes from my sister, and I absolutely love this one. And it is to take compliments and criticisms in the same exact way. And what that means is that you are responsible alone for your highest highs and your lowest lows. It does not depend on other people. It does not come from other people. It doesn't depend on what they say or what they do. Like, it's taking ownership of your happiness. And it's not something that's gonna happen overnight. And again, it's not something that you're born with. It's something that takes practice, but you have to realize that you're responsible for it. Not anybody else, not mom and dad, not anybody who takes care of you, not anybody who says they love you, nothing, just you. So let me give you an example. A compliment that you get, you did really great at work today, and you say thank you, and you are, you accept a compliment. Learn to take compliments, that's another one. But you also know that you did great at work, so it's like, yeah, I know I did great at work, so I can take this compliment. And when you get criticisms, take criticisms in stride and think, how can I do this better, or what have you? And don't get defensive. The number one thing that will show that you're insecure is when you get defensive. Sometimes people's criticisms are unfounded, and in the same breath, just say thank you, and you do with it what you will. You have to learn to be a good person, and God, good person encompasses so much, but you have to learn to be a person who is whole, who can say thank you to a compliment and thank you to a criticism, and take from both what you need to take to make a better you. So don't depend on it from other people. I'm not saying when somebody compliments you, you tell them to like shove it. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that don't fish for compliments. Don't depend on that. Don't think that that makes you who you are. You make you who you are, not everything and everyone around you. That leads me to the next thing, is that know that you're responsible for your happiness. Surround yourself by people that you want to be more like. For me, I've had, like, you guys know that I just went through a breakup. I need to start doing my relationship vlogs. I have so much to update you guys on. But beyond that, I've had issues with friends, and I will talk openly about them. But for me, like, if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, you know that I've been posting those lots of like quotes about friendships and relationships and what have you. The end of last year was just like chaos for me. I've had a couple of friendships that I've just been like, that's take out the trash 2012, like I'm done. So surround yourself with people that make you feel good. The people around you help to make you feel happy when you're sad, or they're there for you when you need them. The people around you are more crucial than you think. Like, don't be a pacifist about the people around you that don't make you feel good. Like, take action. What am I gonna do to make it better? Don't settle. Don't think, well, these are just the only group of friends that I have. Trust me, when you move the trash out of the way, you make room for new things. So get rid of it. Maybe people aren't talking to you because you hang out with that group of people or what have you. If you get rid of it, something new will take its place. That's just the way that life works. So I've said a lot, and I've covered this much of it. So please share your personal experiences or quotes or anything that helps you become more confident. I'm not the only one that reads through the comments. I know a lot of other people do, so you're not just talking to me, you're talking to everybody else, and I love to hear from you guys, so feel free to share or make a video if you want to make a video. Really? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I do hope if I reach one person, if one person takes one tip that I gave in this video and applies it and sees a difference, then to me this video has been worth it, and this hair has been worth it, and this makeup has been worth it. So when you turn this video off, make a commitment that you're going to be more confident. Ask yourself not why, but why not? Because you have nothing to lose. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.